Hi there, music lovers. This is John of HornSmasher.com. And if you're new to saxophone playing, I'm here to help you get off to a great start with some basic information regarding the care of your instrument. We're going to do this in 3 easy steps, showing the proper assembly, disassembly, and daily maintenance you should be doing on your instrument. Along the way, I'll give you some helpful tips and show you how to avoid some common mistakes. So, are you ready? Let's get to it. Let's open the case and begin the assembly. When we open our case, this is not what we want to see. Items like music folios, books, or even our lunch do not belong in the case. The case is designed to hold only the instrument and the accessories for it. Additional items can only bend the keys and cause damage to the instrument. This is what we should see when we open the case, and we'll begin with the names of the different parts. The mouthpiece is the part that you blow into. It has a protective cap that's used during storage, a ligature which holds the reed onto the mouthpiece, and the mouthpiece fits onto the neck of the saxophone. And the neck goes into the main body of the saxophone. The saxophone is supported by a neck strap which holds the main weight of the instrument. The instrument should be assembled the same way every time. A set routine ensures a consistent result. We begin by installing the mouthpiece onto the neck. We do this by lining it up straight and pushing it on with a twisting motion until it is about 2/3 of the way up the cork. If the mouthpiece goes on too hard, we can lubricate the neck cork using our cork grease by applying a small amount around the cork, distributing it with our fingers, and then reinstalling the mouthpiece. We want the opening in the mouthpiece facing exactly opposite the neck key on the neck. Next, we install the reed onto the mouthpiece. The reed is the source of the sound on the saxophone. It is held on the mouthpiece with a ligature, which is just a fancy word for a clamp that holds the reed tight to the mouthpiece. First, we remove our reed from the reed guard. Next, we remove the ligature from the mouthpiece. Then we place our reed flat side down on what is called the reed table and hold it with our thumb. We then slide the ligature over the mouthpiece, taking care not to chip the end of the reed with the ligature. We need to loosen the ligature screws so that the ligature draws back behind the index mark on the mouthpiece. Many first-time players are confused about how to line up the reed on the mouthpiece. It's really quite simple. The reed should be placed so that it is centered on the reed table and that the tip of the reed is right even with the tip of the mouthpiece. It should not extend past the tip of the mouthpiece, and it should not be drawn back behind the tip of the mouthpiece. To finish, we place the reed in the correct position, tighten the ligature screws so that they are of equal tension and only finger tight. Now we set our mouthpiece and neck aside, taking care not to bump the end of the mouthpiece as this will chip the reed. We remove our neck strap and placing it over our neck. Then we take the strap clip and hook it up on what is called the strap ring on the body of the saxophone. We then loosen the neck screw and remove the end plug which is used during storage. We continue by picking up our neck and mouthpiece assembly, lining it up straight with the body of the horn, and putting it in with a twisting motion. The alignment is to take the mouthpiece and have it line up with the strap ring on the body of the horn. We finish by tightening our neck screw. That should do it. When you have finished playing, your first step is to loosen the neck screw and remove the neck and mouthpiece assembly. Next, we unhook our neck strap and lay the horn down next to the neck and mouthpiece assembly. Then, we pick up the neck and the mouthpiece, loosen the ligature, and remove the reed. We then pick up our reed guard and return the reed, being careful to line this up straight as to not chip the reed. And last, we take our reed and reed guard, place it back in the case, and begin our daily maintenance. When you blow into your saxophone, you're creating a very humid atmosphere, both inside and outside the horn. This moisture contains sugars and acids that will cause bacteria to grow if not cleaned out before the instrument is put away in the case. For this cleaning, we use our hornsmasher.com neck and mouthpiece swab, and we use the brush end of the swab to swab all the way through the neck piece so that it comes out the other side. Then we put our neck down, pick up the mouthpiece, use the cloth end to dry out the mouthpiece from both directions, and we reassemble our mouthpiece, replacing the ligature, the cap, and return it to the case. We now swab out the body of the saxophone using our hornsmasher.com sax body swab, removing the swab, taking the weighted end of the swab, letting it go into the bell of the saxophone all the way down, turning the horn over until the weight comes out the other side, pulling the swab all the way through, and setting the horn back down. Our next step is to wipe our fingerprints off the instrument before we put it away. For this, we use our hornsmasher.com cleaning cloth, and we begin by wiping down the large areas of the instrument only. Next, we wipe down the tops of the keys on the instrument. We do not want to rub on the sides of the keys, as this will damage the pads. And we do not want to try and rub underneath the keys, as this will damage the springs. To finish, we replace the end plug back into the body of the saxophone and return it to the case, along with our neck piece, saxophone strap, and our cleaning cloth. Well, music lovers, that about wraps it up. This is Horn Smasher John, reminding you that following this daily routine will help you have many years of problem-free service and keep your instrument sounding great. All of the materials used in this video are available in my official hornsmasher.com saxophone care kit, available for purchase on this website. See ya!